Okay, so picture this. You're in charge of data for a massive global media company. Every single click, every stream, every view from millions of users all around the world, it all comes to you. The scale isn't just big, it's astronomical. So you've got this global audience, right? They're everywhere, on countless apps, streaming services, social media platforms. And this doesn't just create data, it creates a full-on data tidal wave. And the old infrastructure, yeah, it was starting to drown. And for one media giant, this is exactly what happened. Their business intelligence solution, a platform called DOMO, had just hit a performance wall. The sheer amount of data was so huge and complex that it was grinding the gears of insight to a complete halt. At its heart, the problem was scalability. The system just could not keep up. It was buckling under the pressure of these enormous, constantly growing datasets that were pouring in from all over the place.
And this, of course, led to crippling performance. I mean, trying to get answers from the data was agonizingly slow. This created a huge lag in analysis and was delaying critical decisions at the highest levels. So obviously a change was needed, but the path forward looked, well, pretty daunting. This wasn't going to be a simple software update, nope. This was about sparking a complete data revolution, right from the ground up. And just to give you an idea of the scope here, we are talking about migrating over 150 complex dashboards. And each one was this tangled web of multiple data sources and really intricate calculations. So this is where the strategy really pivots. Instead of just trying to patch up the old system, the plan was to launch a complete overhaul of their entire data architecture. The new solution was all about a highly scalable, super robust BI system. It was going to be powered by two of the best tools in the business, Snowflake for the data warehousing and Tableau for the visualization. And the difference was just night and day. They were moving away from a slow, bottleneck system that had hit its limits toward a whole new way of thinking, a fast, highly scalable architecture where data was centralized and, most importantly, actually accessible. The first massive step was to build that new foundation with Snowflake as a centralized data powerhouse. This meant wrangling, get this, more than 550 diverse global data sets into a single unified source of truth. Now, to manage all this complexity, they used a three-step phased approach with 5 synchronized teams working together. First, centralize all that data in Snowflake. Second, meticulously recreate and optimize every single one of those dashboards in Tableau. And finally, deploy it all strategically to squeeze out every bit of performance. So after all that work, what was the real-world impact? Well, the transformation was dramatic. And honestly, the numbers here really tell the story. The new architecture delivered a staggering 80% reduction in overall query compute time. That means getting answers from the data was suddenly 5 times faster. And that speed made a huge difference to the user experience. Those dashboards that used to be so sluggish, they were now loading 2 to 3 times faster, making data exploration feel fluid and, well, instantaneous. The business impact was direct and powerful. With faster, more accessible data, the company's analysts saw their overall productivity jump by 30%, a massive win. So, in the end, this project transformed a messy landscape of scattered, slow data into a powerhouse of lightning-fast intelligence. It really empowered the entire company to make better decisions way, way faster. You know, it really leaves us with a question to think about. If your data could move at the speed of your business, what new possibilities could you unlock? What are the critical decisions you could finally make with total confidence?